questions on Center 3? Let us know again, class coordinators, if we're running low on time, but that should, I think that'll last us the whole session.
All right, Center for B buildings and roofs. This one, you're going to be comparing different cell shapes and why they are the way they are to make the most efficient space in the hive, and then learn about variations in flavor and color of honey. So basically, they're going to use their hand lens to examine actual honeycomb cells. So, do I have hand lenses in here? No. I don't know what's in there. But anyway, we'll get some from Center One. Cheryl donated this, so they will be looking at these with their magnifying glasses. And then ask them what they notice. Let's see. Talk about worker bees make wax to build combs, and then how they clean the combs and how they feed the young housed in the combs. And then it says a large wasp paper nest is included in Center 3. It's actually, that's a typo because we moved this whole center. It is in Center 4. That's what I just referred to. And what's up with wasp nest? Did I ever get that from you?
Yes. That's right. Yes, what's it?
This is the What's Up with Wasp Nests. It's just a little handout about everything you need to know about the actual nests that they build. Okay, and then comb shapes. You're going to be giving the kids 15 circles and hexagons. This is basically comparing the two different shapes. So they're going to take out the circles first and lay them out on a piece of paper. Do not tape them down because we're obviously reusing these for all the classes. And then you're just basically setting them down. You want to tell them to fit them in as tightly as they can. And then they need to do the same thing with the hexagon shapes. And obviously, the hexagon shapes are going to fit much better than the circles. But they'll be able to fit these in really, really tight. And then discuss that's why honeybees have this structure or whatever. So they obviously fit in very tight. And it says, and then they're supposed to make a tally of, like, you can just discuss, you don't have to write it on a whiteboard or anything, how many hexagons actually fit on that sheet of white paper, how many circles fit on that, and in the end, obviously, the hexagons, you'll have more. So, and then you talk about which shape allows the greatest number of cells, which shape leaves the least amount of open space on the paper, and then we also have the 3D models. So when you're done doing the kind of two-dimensional stuff, pull out the 3D ones and talk about the space in between the circles and how there is no space on the hexagons. So, and then, let's see. Then we're moving on to be creative. This is a really fun part. You guys they're going to be making honey beeswax candles. Here's my candle. It's going to be kind of the size of a giant birthday candle when they're done. So it's not necessarily going to fit into any kind of a candle holder, but it'll do the job. But basically, it's very, very fragile. It comes in a sheet like this. And this is made from actual beeswax, and then they roll it out and stamp it. Very fragile, so you gotta be careful with it. I cut them up today into candle-sized shapes. And I put them all in this box. And I put them in sets of 10. And basically, you're gonna start out with this, and then you're gonna put the wick along either side. I left the wick for you guys to actually cut. So, and you can just have it run a little bit longer than the actual wax. And then you just basically start rolling it. And there is a hairdryer. I don't think we'll need the hairdryer because the temperature of the building is good. And you just roll it into a candle shape. It won't take very long, pretty quick. Try to have them keep the bottom end even. The wick will be standing out. Then we were all worried that the kids might go home and start lighting these without their parents' supervision. So we, as a safety measure, you'll get baggies in the classroom. The teacher should still have some in their supply kit. And then you're going to actually put this little warning sticker on each one of the baggies with their handle in it. And it just basically says adult must be present to light it. So. And then you can either give that to the teacher for their Friday folders, or they can just go put it directly in their backpack in a little baggie. So, and put their names on the baggies too, because everything always gets lost and that type of stuff.
We want them to miss out on their big
Oh
candle.
gosh, no. So, you guys are gonna be having some big cupcakes, and you can stuff these in there. So, any questions on this one? 3 parts to this. Because the first 2 are not gonna take very long, we put bee products in this unit. And basically, you're just gonna set out everything. This is the coolest thing in here. This is an actual chunk of some of the beeswax from the guy out of Pinter Farms. That's what it really looks like when they mold it. And then you're just gonna set out all the products, and some of them are made by bees, some of them are not. Some are real obvious, some not so obvious, Jell-O, kiwi, shoe polish. And so all of these products, they were either made by bee with the wax or the honey. And got the tea, some stuff says honey on it actually. And then there's a little key that tells you what is a bee product and what isn't, if you guys can't figure it out. But I'm pretty sure you can. So, and there's a few things on this list that I did not get, but we have enough stuff here. And if you want to bring in a piece of fruit from this also, they say that the really small apples and stuff were not pollinated as well as some of these big giant apples. You could even bring in a couple different comparisons of some kind of fruit. So, but fruit is perishable, so I didn't get that. Okay, does anybody have any questions on this center? Okay.
Moving right along. Lab center.